morning everybody. I just wanted to make a short video to talk about form when it comes to plank, whether you do it on your toes or on your knees. And then I'll also demonstrate the chaturanga, like going down into like a push-up, a yoga push-up. You can do it also on your toes or on your knees. But I really want to go through form because a lot of people tend to either arch their back or round and have their butt up in the air. So I'm gonna start on my toes for the plank. And so let's see, maybe I can just tuck this in so you can see better. Okay, so let's say I'm on my toes. I'm gonna go down onto my knees, but let's say I'm on my toes here. My hands are right underneath the shoulders. I'm gonna tuck my tailbone under to where my hips, shoulders, and ankles are all in the same line. So what you're trying to do here is you bring your crown like towards the front of the room, like lengthening your neck. You're bringing your shoulders back and down, and then you're almost flexing your feet to where your heels go back towards the back of the room. So for this, you kind of, it's hard, it's challenging, but you have to kind of squeeze your quads and then squeeze your abs in, tuck your tailbone under, which means bring it forward. So you're here, I'm not engaged really. Even if I squeeze my abs, my butt can be sticking out, right? But then if I keep my abs engaged and then tuck my tailbone under, then now my core is engaged and then my back is protected. It doesn't matter what I do with my arms or my legs, I'm stable in the middle. So that's what we call the core strength. Everything will come from here. So now let's say you don't want to be on your toes, which is fine. You're still going to get the same amount of core engagement. Let's see, I drop my knees gently, but I'm still in line. I'm not here. This is all four. I'm forward with my shoulders over my hands, and I'm squeezing my abs here, and then still my tailbone is tucked in. So even by holding this, if you've never done a plank before, you're gonna feel it. I'm actually feeling it right now. Like I'm getting warm and warm. So make sure you're not up here, you're here. So instead of creating a straight line, I need to tuck this in better. Instead of doing a straight line with my shoulders, my hips, my ankles, and my knees, I'm doing the same straight line, just a different angle. As you can see, the angle changes a little bit because I'm dropping down on my knees, but now my shoulders, my hips, and my knees are in line. And then the ankles, of course, they'll just land wherever. But you get the picture, I think. So same thing for the chaturanga, because you can do a chaturanga either on your toes or on your knees. So again, let's say we're here, let's say we're in down dog, tailbone up, long legs, long arms pressing through the hands. You're gonna shift your weight over. Let's say you don't have the strength, so you just bring your shoulders back and down. You drop down to your knees, keeping the alignment, and then bringing your elbows back. You're just gonna lower down using your strength, and at first we're gonna drop everything down and eventually do a cobra or a full up dog. But the point is, because it's hard to come here and then lower gently like that, that takes a lot of strength. So if you do not have the strength yet, you can do it on your knees. But again, remember, always squeezing this and then tucking your pelvic forward. You can even practice and see what it feels like to have the tailbone under. And then so you're gonna go down, all the way down, and then relax the top. And then rise up your chest. So we'll go gradually, but I want you to practice and see what it feels like. I'm gonna go sideways. Maybe take my shirt off or bring it up. There you go. So you're here. Let's see, I'm not engaged. I'm like sloppy. My butt is back, my abs are sticking out, everything. So what you want is kind of lengthen your torso. You're engaging the abs first, and then you tuck the pelvic forward. You're bringing your tailbone down and up towards the front, like you're shifting. Even maybe you can see it forward. Here, you're squeezing your abs, and then now you release, and then you squeeze like a little tummy tuck. It's called, I think. And then I guess that's why, because it'll flatten your abs. So you squeeze your butt, and then you shift your hips bone forward as you keep your abs engaged. That way you're not arching, and then you're not rounding when you go down into your plank or when you're holding, because at some point you're gonna lose the strength. And then sometimes people, either they're up here or they're here, and then they're losing it, and they're like, oh, they're struggling, and then they're arching. So that's what you don't want. So if you feel like you want to try on your toes, and then you feel like you're losing the strength, you can just drop on your knees. It'll release a little bit of the tension. So that's for the plank or chaturanga in yoga. So make sure I'm going to put this in the files, and you can just comment and post any kind of questions you may have still on the form, and I will make sure I answer. So I hope this helps on how to engage the core. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.